Welcome into another vlog, and man, this is it's gonna be a couple of minutes of me talking here, but I don't know how else to fill you in on everything. So unless you've been living under a rock, you know about the so-called coronavirus fears that are everywhere. I mean, it's basically bringing the country to a halt, and I'm quite frankly just downright sick of it. Thankfully, at my job, things are normal. It's really the only aspect of life that's been normal has been at my job. Everybody's been working like regular, normal. So let me start from the beginning. As always, if you follow this channel, you know that I love March Madness. Absolutely love it. I've been to 4 national championship Final Four games in a row. I was at the first 4 in Dayton last year. And it is Tuesday, March 17th, 2020. It should be the first 4 in Dayton starting tonight. And this should be the first day of March Madness, but it's not because they canceled the whole thing. And literally every sports league there is, literally everything's just completely canceled. And I'm not going to go into why, because unless you've been living under a rock, you already know about it. But I am just downright pissed off because personally, I think it's very unnecessary. Way more people die from the flu than this coronavirus thing that everyone's freaking out over. It's stupid. Like, remember the swine flu of 2010? Like, I got that. I had that. 60 million Americans had that, and it was not a big deal. 60 million, and we just went about our lives. Sports games didn't get canceled. And again, bear with me. I'm trying not to rant, but I've had a very frustrating past week, so just bear with me on this. We're going to get into the fun part of the trip soon enough. So I was supposed to be in Dayton, Ohio right now. Up until like the middle of last week, I think it was Wednesday, everything was pretty normal, and then they canceled everything, including March Madness. So I was going to be... I was really looking forward to it. I was going to Dayton for every game in the first 4 over the 2 days. Then I was going to Atlanta for the national championship. And so I didn't want to go to Dayton with no first 4. That just would have been too painful. I mean, the Air Force Museum's good, and I don't even know if it's still open or not at this point, but... So I didn't go to Dayton, but I was like, I have these 3 days off from work. I don't want to just go in and tell my boss, okay, I was looking forward to something really fun. Now I can work instead. And so I kept the previously scheduled 3 days off that had been planned like months ago for the first 4. And I changed my flights. I'm in Fort Myers. Actually, technically, I'm in a Walmart parking lot in North Naples, which I'll talk about in a minute. So I was booked, on Delta Airlines, nonstop, Boston Logan to Columbus, Ohio. The flight's right into Dayton. I flew into Dayton last year, and I wanted to do that again because it's my first choice is always to fly as close to where you're actually going as possible. But the Dayton flights were just too expensive. So I flew to Columbus. I was supposed to fly to Columbus, which was like 2 hours, 90 minutes, 2 hours from Dayton. And it was nonstop flight on Delta. That would have been this morning. I didn't take it because, like I said, I didn't want to go to Dayton. So I switched everything up, and I switched to Fort Myers. So I flew on Delta nonstop Boston to Fort Myers this morning. And it was like $240-something, my original flights to Columbus, which were not the cheapest flights around either. But it was cheaper than flying to Dayton. And I needed to get there because, tournament games, you got to get there. March Madness. And so they can't give away flights right now. Like this flight from Boston to Fort Myers nonstop on Delta this morning was maybe, I'd say it was between a quarter and a third of the way full. I think it was way less than half full. There was so many open rows with nobody in them. Obviously I had my own row. And, yeah, the round trip price for this was $66. Like my flight today, $28, including tax and everything. So just craziness. So what I did, I was booked in basic economy like usual because I always go for the lowest fare, which normally if I didn't want to fly to Columbus, nothing, that's just gone. But they issued a travel waiver because of everything that's going on. And I know I've been talking for 5 minutes. Bear with me, guys. I don't know how any other way to do this than to tell you the full story. So I called up Delta the other night to an automated message that said it is a 4+ hour wait to talk to somebody. And the reason I had to do that over the phone is because the travel waiver for basic economy wouldn't let me do it online. It was going to charge a $100 cancellation change fee if I did it online, which I didn't want to pay. And I knew they would waive it if I called, which they did. And after getting that message that said it was a 4-hour wait, it ended up being about a 2-hour wait. Talked to somebody. I switched my ticket to... I flew into Fort Myers today, obviously, like I said, and I'm flying home from Orlando MCO back to Boston Logan on Delta on Thursday, 2 days from now. I had to stick with Delta because I just rolled over the credit, because that was 66 round trip. It was like 28, I think, for this flight to RSW today, and like 30 something for the flight home from Orlando MCO on Thursday. Which means I didn't get the earliest flight because JetBlue and Spirit flights operated earlier, but I didn't want to just shell out money for a new ticket. So I got back $177 credit from Delta for future use. It was the 2-something for the Columbus tickets minus the 66 for this trip. So I have $166 to use on Delta in the future. And I'm going to get another $99 to use on Delta because I still have to call and cancel my Atlanta flight because I'm not going to go to Atlanta without the tournament. I told my boss I could just work those days. So, yeah, so I'm going to have $276 in credit from Delta to use at some point later on. And I was going to fly to Atlanta on Delta nonstop from Logan and home from Atlanta nonstop back to Boston Logan on Spirit. I don't even know if Spirit's doing anything at all. I have no idea. Like, I won't be mad if they're not. That's just Spirit and Frontier. That's how they work. Their flight was like $63 anyway. Paid for months ago, so all well. But the Delta credit will be nice. So that is why I am in Southwest Florida instead of in Ohio for March Madness right now. So I got a rental car right at RSW. I sprung for a pickup truck. I'm in a 2020 Chevy Silverado. Here's a picture of it. And the rental car prices were interesting. It was kind of like everything was the same price, more or less, from Enterprise was within a few dollars for whatever class of vehicle you wanted. So I booked 2 things. I booked pickup truck through Enterprise, which is what I'm in, which was $103. I'm a Ford guy. I would have rather had the Ford, but it's not bad. Like, compared to that small economy car I spent like 3 weeks in a few months ago, this is nice. This, yeah, nice, roomy. It's the crew cab. 6-foot bed, I think. What was I gonna say? Yeah, anyway, so this is what I'm in. I booked this through Enterprise, which is what I'm in, obviously. And I also booked the, like the manager's special through Dollar Thrifty, which was, this was $103 for this truck, for the whole thing, tax and fee included, return in Orlando. Same thing for, Dollar Thrifty, which was the lowest possible price, would have been $81, but didn't get to pick the vehicle, so there's no cancellation fee. You don't pay anything till you get there at these rates that I'm on. So I booked both of them, and I said, I'll just decide what I want to use when I'm at the airport. So first, I started by going to the Dollar Thrifty counter and saying, this is what I have reserved for this price. What kind of vehicle is it? And it was a compact car, which is the same as compact and economy are basically the same. And with such a short trip, and I got some money in my pocket, I didn't want a little tiny car this time. So I said, well, I was kind of hoping for an SUV or mid-size SUV at least. And they're like, yeah, we can do that, but it's going to be $40 extra. And they were like, yeah, but for your whole trip, not for the day, $40. And I'm like, nope. I'm like, I'm going to pay $121 for that. I got the truck over at Enterprise for $103. So I got out of that line, which I say line, use the term loosely. There's literally nobody in line. I just walked right up to both counters. So I used my Enterprise reservation for the truck. Nice, big, and comfortable. Because as you know, if you watch these videos, I drive my F-150 back home So it's nice to be in a pickup when I travel and not an economy car, which is almost always what I find myself in. By choice, usually, because I'm driving a shit ton of miles and I need the good gas mileage. But I'm not driving a ton on this trip. So let me recap the day so far. I got to the airport in Fort Myers, RSW, got this truck. And the first place I went was the Lee County Rest Area, where I sleep all the time. Just refer to previous vlogs, it's in there. And I wanted to make sure it's open, which it was. Parking's open, bathrooms are open, business as usual, which I was like, that's awesome. So at least I have that to go to. And then I had a huge craving for the Polo Tropical Chicken Bowl, which again, previous vlogs. But all the dining rooms, every restaurant, everywhere, no dining rooms are open. It's either drive-through or some places seem to be, you can order inside, but you have to take it to go. So that's all that's going on. So I didn't feel like eating that chicken bowl in the truck. I don't know. I just didn't. I said, if I'm not going to go in and sit down, I'm going to do something quick. So I went to McDonald's. I got a couple of McChickens here in North Naples. Well, actually, the McDonald's was in Bonita Springs, but now I'm at Walmart in North Naples. I just ate my McChickens. Then I went into Walmart, used their restroom, washed my hands, and I went to... and I say I wash my hands not because I'm scared of the virus, just because I usually do when I finish eating. That's the reason why. And I said, you know what? Let me see what I can get, because the one thing I needed here was water. And there was no bottled water. There's basically cleaning alcohol, bottled water, toilet paper, really all paper products, disposable gloves, masks, anything like that. You good luck finding it right now with all this crap that's going on. And it is crap. Don't make no mistake about it. And so I'm like, I'm going to go in and see what they have, because I'm here anyway. So no multi-packs of bottled water at Walmart. But they did have gallon jugs of water. So it was distilled water, which is fine. So I got one of those, 88 cents. So I'll drink that on the beach. That'll be plenty. I like the single-serve bottles, but whatever. Can't be too picky right now with all this. And they were literally inside the North Naples Walmart here on the Tamiami Trail. There were 2 cops from the Lee County Sheriff's Office. 2 cops and 4 Walmart employees were standing around kind of right in between, kind of in the aisle, right in between like the soap, shampoo, that part of the store, and the grocery part. Like, it's kind of next to each other in here. And they had a new shipment of what's it called, rubbing alcohol. That disinfectant alcohol comes in the little plastic bottle. They got a few cases of that in, 1 per person, and there were 2 cops there making sure that nobody grabbed all of it. It's madness. And the bottled water, there's gallons. They were just stocking them as I got in. They had plenty of them, but they were limiting to 2 per person. I only got 1. But it's just, I tell you, I mean, I'm not here to rant or anything like that. I'm here to, show fun times and travel and sports and adventures. So I'm going to just say everything's going nuts, and I'm going to leave it at that. All this unnecessary virus crap. But anyway, moving on. So I'm still sitting in the Walmart parking lot. I forgot to start the vlog a little earlier. I went to Dollar Tree before this in Estero, and I got sunscreen, which works really well. I forgot bug spray, but I'm just gonna, dang it. I'm just now realizing I forgot bug spray, because the sand flies are out always around the mangroves. I don't know. I may or may not run back into Walmart for it. So I'm sitting here, windows up, AC off. I'm really sweaty, but that's how I like it. It is 85 degrees according to the truck. Mostly sunny right now. And I am off to the beach. It's 3:43 in the afternoon. My flight didn't get in until 12:30. I've just been kicking around, taking it easy, doing all those errands I told you about. And I'm going to head off to the beach. I'm not going to go into Lover's Key today. I'm going to go to Lover's Key tomorrow because it's under reduced hours, which again is bullshit. But it closes. It's open from 8 to 5 tomorrow. I'm going to go and stay until they close. And then the dog track is running at 6:30, so I'm going to head over there. I called them and talked to a live person yesterday who told me live racing on is scheduled this week. So hopefully that doesn't change. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Again, it's a fluid situation. If I have to switch it up because more stuff is canceled or whatnot, I will, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. So today I'm just going to find a spot at the beach. It's already almost 4, so I'm not going to go into Lover's Key. Maybe one of those public beach access points along the Bonita Beach Road, I can snag a spot. Or we'll see what happens. If I just can't park anywhere at the beach, then I'll go for a hike over in the same place. I forget the name of it. Same place I was a few months ago. That's awesome. A little bit west of here. And I'm debating whether I might run up to Winter Haven to my friend's place and grab my kayaks that are in the shed in their backyard. Because I'd love to kayak tomorrow, but it means driving 2 hours there, 2 hours back down here, because I like it down here better. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Central Florida, but for like beach and kayaking, nothing beats Southwest Florida. So again, a very fluid situation. I may just beach it like normal tomorrow. I may run up there tonight and get the kayaks, especially if I get bored. So, yeah. So that's where things stand. I'll talk to you from the beach. Alright, so it's a few minutes later. I'm off the beach access road. I came in the Bonita Springs side down the bottom, not the Fort Myers beach side up the top. And I'm a little bit south of Lover's Key. I didn't want to go in there today because it closes at 5 o'clock because all that. I'm not going to get into that again, the reduced hours. So I didn't want to go in there because it's already a little after 4. Sunset's about 7:30 tonight, so there's still plenty of daylight left. So I cruised up and down looking at the public access points. There's about, I don't know the exact number, there's maybe 10 or 12 of them. And they're like public beach access points. And every single one of them, I was just looking at a car stop and doing what I was just doing. There's one of them that's pretty big, that holds maybe 20 or 30 vehicles, and I mean, I use the term big loosely. That was completely full. There's one, like, really big one that maybe holds 100 vehicles, but that's the only one where you have to pay for parking, which I would have gladly done. I just want to get to the beach. That was full. But then the other, like, 10 of them hold literally anywhere between, like, 4 and 6 cars each, and that's it. But it's free parking, free beach access. So it's a little after 4, the time of day when people might be starting to leave, so I just cruised up and down. It only took 2 laps till I found someone who was leaving and got a spot. Slid the truck right on in there. And this place holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 regular parking spaces here and 1 handicap, 7 total. And they're all occupied now that I came in here and grabbed this spot. And I'm going to the beach until dark, and then we'll take it from there. When I get out of the truck, I'll show you how small this is. Not the truck, the parking. So I'll show you the parking lot on the way back to the truck. There was people around, and it's one of those things where if I didn't really need to vlog it right then, I'm not, because it's, vlogging with people around talking to the camera is a little bit strange to most. But anyhow, here's the current setup. So the public beach access comes out on a little walkway like over there. Got a spot. Not too many people around. It's real pleasant. So here's the current setup. Got my jug of water that I was able to find. Got the radio going. A real good time. So out here on the like the beaches and this part of the area, not a thing in the world is wrong. You wouldn't even know about any of the crap going on if you didn't have, radio, TV or something. It's really refreshing. People jet skiing out there, just people on the beach. A lot of these beach houses up here still have people in them on their porches and stuff. And this is how I deal with the coronavirus. Yes, I flew today. Yes, I'm on the beach. Alright, it's a few hours later. I'm gonna put the camera closer so you can hear me. It's kind of windy. A few hours later, what a day. Just not a thing in the world is wrong out here. This is just what I needed. Yeah. This is just what I needed. Like, it was crowded earlier. I'd say there were just as many people here today as any other day. So when you've been to an area a bunch of times like I have here, and you really like that area like I do with this one, you learn the tips and the tricks and the ins and outs, and that's what I'm taking advantage of right now. That public beach access where I was a little bit ago just came from completely free and awesome, but there's no rinsing showers. Alright, let's try that again. I'm sitting back in the truck, windows up, because I forgot how buggy it is here for a split second. And then I realized it, and I was like, oh, let's get right down to business, do what I need to do, get back in, and I'll tell you about it after. So, what I came here for, this is the dog beach, just south of Lovers Key State Park, just north of where I just came from at the beach. Reason I came here is they have a foot rinse shower, and I needed to put my shoes back on, and it's real nice to be able to rinse the sand off your feet before putting your shoes back on. So I came up here just for that. I drove barefoot from the beach to here, but it was probably, it was probably 2 miles at the most, but not a big deal. And so yeah, so I got my shoes back on. Let me swing around, I'll show you the actual foot rinse. So there's the foot rinse shower, and as you can see, all the vegetation and stuff growing and trees around it, there's a lot of bugs here. Alright, so the next thing I'm doing tonight, gonna take a nice relaxing ride up the beach road, up through Fort Myers Beach, come out back into Fort Myers City proper on the other end. Probably swing through 7-Eleven and get a fruit punch, because just certain things take you to another place in time. And 7-Eleven fruit punch, I got that like every day when I was out here on that big super mega trip from December into January. So I'm gonna swing right back up through there, grab one of those, and then gonna eat at Polo Tropical eventually, because of the situation I don't want to talk about, because I don't want to get all worked up over the virus crap right now, because it's a really nice day. Because of that, all dining rooms are closed, so I'm going to swing through the Polo Tropical drive-thru, get a chicken bowl with mashed potatoes, and I will show you that when I get it. But this ride will probably take a half hour or so before I pop out into Fort Myers, kind of not too far from downtown. And let's go and do that. I'll pick it up from there. Alright, so I got this. Just good memories, even if it was only a couple of months ago. So I'm sitting here in Gulf Coast Town Center in Estero, and this is the closest Polo Tropical to the rest area where I'm going to eat and spend the night. But it's not open. They're supposed to be open till 10. It's about 9:40, and the car in front of me at the drive-thru waited forever. I got up there, and the writing was on the wall. So I'm gonna hurry off and make it to another one. There's one that, according to what's listed online, should be open until 11. It's about 10-15 minutes from here. I really want that, Polo Tropical chicken, so I'm gonna go for it. So let's go. Hopefully this one's open. Alright, here's the second one. This one looks brighter than the other one, so hopefully they're open. Hello? So they definitely closed early. It says on the door it's till 11. Oh well, just get it tomorrow. Because I did drive by a couple of them that were open before I started the vlog today. So that means Steak and Shake right up the street from here. Going to go get a burger or something. Not a bad thing. I love Steak and Shake. I was just really in the mood for that chicken bowl. Alright, so I'm in the back seat of the crew cab pickup, Lee County Rest Area here in Fort Myers, Florida. And I ate Steak and Shake. Just was hungry, so I didn't bother to vlog it. I'll show you what I eat tomorrow. Yeah, so I did that. Just drove back over here to the rest area. And I'm exhausted, so I'm going to end this video here and get some sleep. But so glad I'm here in Florida. Just, I needed this to get away from all that, all that coronavirus crap that's going on. And I know this video was a lot of me talking, but now that I kind of explained how this trip came to be, and all the details are filled in. So tomorrow is going to be more fun, just one of the real fun doing things vlogs that I try to put together. So I'm going to end it here. I'm rambling, but I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, new day, same vlog. I'm rolling today into the same vlog as yesterday because a lot of yesterday's content was just me complaining about this stupid coronavirus crap, and I wanted to give some more positive, like fun travel content, how I love to do on this channel. So today is same video. I've just been running around doing a couple errands this morning. One of the things I needed to do was get bottled water for the beach today because that gallon jug I had yesterday, I didn't quite finish it all. I had enough to just be good today, and I could have refilled it somewhere. But I spilled it and just ended up getting frustrated and throwing it out. I spilled the whole thing because I set it on the top of the little lip of the side of the truck bed that's like that wide. I thought it would stay. It didn't. So when it fell, the cap came off. Obviously it spilled and I just friggin' threw it away. So I went to a Publix supermarket, which is the video right before this, of just the empty supermarket. They didn't have any water whatsoever. So far in Florida, it seems like Walmart is better stocked than Publix, Walmart and Publix are the two leading grocery sellers in Florida. And I didn't feel like dealing with the crowds at Walmart, so I went into Walgreens thinking maybe they'll have it. There's more expensive places people don't tend to shop at first. No regular water whatsoever, except singles from the cooler, which were expensive. So I would have needed a few. I didn't want to go that route, because it would have been close to $10 to get enough for the whole beach day. So dollar for dollar, this was the best value they had, which is still a terrible value. Walgreens store brand premium Iceland pure spring water, 50-ounce bottle. I got 2 of them, $2.29 a piece. So it's like over $4, well over $4 for 2 waters. I could have got a whole case for less than that under normal circumstances. But it's just, is what it is at this point. Because this is all I could really get without running around and killing a bunch more time. So that's that. And off to the beach. I may or may not get something to eat first. Stay tuned. I'm going to Lover's Key State Park today, which is open until 5 p.m. It's open with reduced hours, which is stupid. And if I was going to the beach all day, I'd go somewhere else, but I'm not. I'm going to the dog track. They're running at 6:30, so staying at the beach till 5 is just perfect timing to grab something to eat in between the two. The dog track is still racing. I called and talked to somebody on the phone there a couple days ago. I checked the website today, and they're still racing, so that's going to be awesome tonight at 6:30. which I'll get into that more later, but I am off to the beach. And one more quick bit of information, you could even call this bonus content if you wanted. I'm wearing my Puddle of Mudd t-shirt, and no, it's not from the concert that I posted a video about in Orlando back in September. I went about a week and a half ago, right before everything collapsed, when everything was still normal. I went down to Charlotte for the weekend to see another Puddle of Mudd concert, which was awesome, front row. Yeah, front row, right on the rail, it was awesome time, and it was like the whole thing was less than 24 hours. Flew down Saturday morning, saw the concert Saturday night, flew home early Sunday morning, didn't miss any work. Worked Friday, worked Monday. Life is just awesome like that sometimes. It's about life choices, prioritization, and most importantly, staying single. I can spend it how I want. Hi, I'm going to do a regular size Trop Chop bowl.
Give me 1 second, love.
Okay.
Regular size, got it, okay.
Mashed potatoes, grilled chicken, everything on it.
Alright, dear. Would you like sour cream guacamole or anything else?
I'd like the garlic cilantro sauce and like absolutely load it. Like I love the sauce.
Anything else for you today? Plantains or anything else?
Regular Coke.
Sounds good to me. Regular choppy shop, mashed potato, all the goodness, extra garlic cilantro, and a Coke.
Yes.
Please come to the window, 670, thank you.
I love 670.
Thank you.
What's the size would you like on the bottom? That's
Thank you.
Your sauce is inside. Have a nice day.
Thank you. So one thing about driving this truck that's been absolutely driving me nuts, there's no cup holders. And when I get pulled over here, I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just holding my drink right now. Trying to park a vehicle I'm not familiar with one hand. So the only cup holders in here, my phone, it's a weird angle, it's still in my phone holder. There's a cup holder, there's like 2 cup holders in each door, but you can't really put a fountain drink in there. Then this thing in the middle has cup holders in the back of it, and it's supposed to fold down. And I even looked it up online, I was so frustrated. You pull this little tab right here, and it's supposed to come down, but I got nothing. And I researched it online for like 2 minutes, and I found that some of the like low level trim lines on the Chevy Silverado, this thing doesn't move. But why put the cup holders in it if it doesn't move? Unless I'm just doing it wrong, but that's been frustrating. But anyhow, in the parking lot of the Polo Tropico, gonna eat this real quick and then head to the beach. So one more side note about this before I show you the food. I only got a regular, I didn't get a large because I'm not really that hungry right now. and I'm gonna get something later after the beach before the dog track. But it just, I feel un-American every time I go through a drive-thru and don't get a large. So the next one of these I have, and there will be more this trip, I'm getting a large. So there it is. That's one of my favorite meals. And the garlic cilantro sauce is so good. I got 5 sauces. They usually give you 2 is the normal amount, but I always ask for extra, so I got 5. I like to eat in, because then it's like comes in this big jug with a pump, and you can get however much you want. That's just right in the dining room, but of course there's no dining rooms right now. Drive-through only. So I'm going to eat this and head to the beach. Talk to you then. Got the radio on, 93 and sunny. This is how I deal with coronavirus. So the beach is as crowded as I've ever seen it today. Overflow parking was in use. That's where I had to park. Not a thing wrong in the world. It's good to see the beach so lively. Like, I'm down by my usual spot, but way back there, up this way by the entrance, it was really, really, really crowded. It was awesome to see that. So dog racing still going on tonight. I almost feel like Southwest Florida is just exempt from the rest of the nation and the world. And a lot of stuff is still, I'm not going to say normal, because the grocery store shelves are empty. But other than that, you wouldn't really know too much was going on. And it's a good feeling. Alright, so it's a few hours later. Actually, more than a few hours later. It's a long time later. And just about to wrap it up here at the beach to make my way on over to the dog track. So I will talk to you. Alright, so obviously I didn't record a whole lot at the beach. Just focused on relaxing and taking it easy, and I sure did. They said on the radio the high was 93 and it was pretty sunny the whole time. I love that place so much. I love the Southwest Florida beaches. You wouldn't even know a thing was wrong out there. Great way to forget about all this coronavirus crap that's going on. Yeah. So the only real thing to note that I didn't record, I probably should have, was the water's still kind of cold because it is still only March. I was wading out into the water gradually, getting used to it, and I was up to about my chest. And a family is walking down the beach, and the father is like trying to get my attention. He had to yell out to me 2 or 3 times because I didn't think he was talking to me. But when he got my attention, he was like, "Hey man, there's a really big fish over there. You should probably get out of the water." So when somebody tells you to get out of the water, you listen to them. So that's what I did. I was hustling out of the water, and I saw it, and sure enough, I think it was a shark. I'm about 99% sure it was a shark. The guy who told me to get out of the water also thought it was a shark. I mean, I'm pretty certain. And it was probably, I'm trying to think here, because I don't want to give you an exaggeration. I want to give you an actual number. It was probably 25 feet from me. If I said 20, I'd be exaggerating. So it was probably 25 feet from me. But I hustled out of the water. It took off. It didn't come too close to me. But always something, always a cool story to tell. So now I'm at the Naples-Fort Myers Greyhound Park in, I think it's in Bonita Springs. It's right between Naples and Fort Myers. And I just love this place. I love dog racing, I love horse racing. And this is probably the last time I'll get to see live dog racing here, because the season ends next month, and because of a ballot initiative that a really misguided ballot initiative by people who don't understand the sport has outlawed dog racing in the state of Florida. That was voted on a year or two ago, and it takes effect at the end of this year. And since the season ends next month, they can't do another one, so this is probably the last time I'll be able to see this year. And I'm just really glad it's still open. There's nobody here. Like, there's a few people trickling in, but there's really not many people here. Look how close I parked. First race is in a few minutes, so I gotta hurry inside.
There it goes. Rounds on the 1 to 6. Horse takes one out of the box.
Sitting in the parking lot of the dog track, and it's dark out and you can actually see me in the vlog. I'm sitting under a street light in the parking lot. Really awesome time. I had so much fun. That absolutely just flew by. There were 12 races. It took almost 3 hours to run them all, and it felt like I was in there for 5 minutes. It was so much fun. I bet every race out of 12. I did the $2 standard bet on 10 of them. I bet $4 on the other 2. So I spent 30 bucks total. All the wagering plus the program was $2. No admission charge tonight. There were so few people here, they weren't even collecting admission, which otherwise would have been $2. Parking's always free. And out of those 30 bucks I spent, well, 28 on wagering, minus the program, I got back $23.80 to hit 2 races. So the whole night, all of that fun cost about $7. $6.20 to be exact. More than worth it. So I called up my buddy Will, who's been in these vlogs numerous times, because he loves horse racing and dog racing, and he's the gambler that I know, him and his dad. And him and his dad were home from work because of, I'm not getting into it, you know why. They're home from work just sitting around, so I talked to them on the phone, because they know a lot about, like, betting on the races. And I literally took a picture of the program, sent them for each race. Like, here's race 8, here's race 4, here's this one. Who do you like? And I was on the phone with them the whole time. And I was like, all right, that one is now a 3-1. That one's now a 10-1. That's now a 5-2. And was just going over the odds and getting their like advice, because they know more about it than I do. They know how to read the program better than I do, which is really complex. If you're sitting there saying, how do you not know how to read the program? Here's a picture of it. And that's one of the pictures I texted to those guys for advice. So the 2 races that I cashed on, they picked both of them. I can't take credit for either one. One of them paid $16 on a $2 bet. The other one paid $7.80 on a $2 bet. Had second place, I think, once or twice, and then they gave me a few duds where the dog just finished either last or second to last. But you never know what's going to happen. I know I'm going on and on, but that was so much fun. Just absolutely so much fun. 08 at night. I made a couple of phone calls. The dog racing, I was out of there around 9:20, 9:25. I just made a couple of phone calls, took my time leaving, just taking it all in. So my flight tomorrow is at 3, I think it's around 3:20 or 3:30 in the afternoon from Orlando, nonstop to Boston on Delta. Probably another empty flight because I was able to, do the basic economy, select your seat 24 hours ahead. Could sit anywhere on the whole plane, so I got aisle seat near the back, how I like it. Yeah, so I'm going to start driving up to the Orlando area, and when I get tired, just pull over somewhere and sleep here in the truck. And I will show you what I get to eat. I'm getting kind of hungry again. And tomorrow is... Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to make tomorrow a separate video yet. Because I was going to do a video on make it its own video. Okay, I do know what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this video after I get something to eat, which will be here in the Fort Myers, Southwest Florida area. And then I'm going to do its own video of driving from Southwest Florida to Central Florida, two of my favorite areas in the world, and that'll be its own vlog, the trip up there and whatever I do along the way. So yeah, I know this has been a lot of me talking, and that's a common theme here, but if you subscribe to this channel and watch these videos, you must not hate the sound of my voice too much. Again, thank you very much to all my regular viewers. It means a lot to me. The subscriber count inching up little by little, and I do take note of that, and it does make me feel good when I see new subscribers. So yeah, all right, I'll show you what I get to eat. Kind of hard to see, but I settled on some stuff that's really basic. Just went through the McDonald's drive-thru, got a McChicken and a chocolate shake. And I'm now sitting at the Lee County rest area once again. The McDonald's is like almost right across the street from here. It's like a stone's throw from here. I pulled in here to eat, hit the restroom, and then gonna put some miles down until I get too tired to drive. It's already 12:15 at night. Let's see how far I get. There's a few places I know that I can go along the way. So this is going to do it for this video. So just head on over to the next video. I'm going to vlog the drive from Southwest Florida up to Central Florida to close out the trip. And I'll see you in that one.